Welcome back to Guilty Gaming and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Tonight we are going to be starting Chapter 16. We're in Central Factory, but we're running because we got to get out of Mechonis. Things are going down on the Bionis at this point. The god that's been living in Shulk this whole time has made himself known. Shulk is now gone the way of a certain other RPG protagonist that I can't talk about because spoilers. I was gonna say something that I'm like, as I'm saying it, I'm like, I shouldn't say that. For reasons. Anyways, Shulk is down for the count, as it were. I'm sure we'll find some way to bring him back, although I don't know what it could be. Because, like, Zanzo was basically saying that Shulk died when he was a kid when they found the Monado. So, he was just using Shulk's body? Like, I don't know if I believe that entirely. Looks like we're supposed to go to the left here. So, yeah, it makes sense. What do we have in the party? Let's do something like that. I think this is the one they were saying last night they added a railing to it because people kept falling off. Man, if you fell off here, that is a long fall. Holy crap. Well, at the same time, it's pretty wide. Like, people were falling off this thing? I mean, I could see it, I guess. Especially if you use the auto run. Thanks. Oh, it's a good thing we finished the Collectopedia, I guess. If, like, I'm not entirely certain we're going to be able to come back to the Mechonis. We have everything here, right? We got that done, that one done, that one done. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing really good on the Collectopedia lately. What do we even have left? Oh, we're missing one in Machna still. And we don't have anything from Bionis Interior, but considering how the Mechonis went, I'm guessing that to stop Zanzo, we're probably going to have to go deep into the Bionis, and maybe that's why that is just completely blank. We're missing one of the Ether Mines. So, we're basically missing one item in Machna Force and one item in the Ether Mine. I'd say that's pretty good. Can we teleport? I think we actually can. Oh, or not. I mean, I assume we're going back to Junks, right? Yeah, we're going back to Junks. This music keep you amped up. What kind of cutscene are we about to witness when we get in here? And what, like, considering that we basically lost Maynith too, what method are we going to use to defeat? Let's talk about this for a minute before we can continue with the story, because, like, let's make some predictions here. So Dixon is like the disciple of Zanzo, or I guess maybe Dixon is the body possessed by the disciple of Zanzo, because when they showed him in the past, he was a giant. So I guess kind of like Zanzo, he jumps bodies. We still didn't really learn much about Alvis, though. Like, Alvis was strangely absent from that whole thing at the end last night. Like, he's not in the party anymore either. We just sort of lost Alvis. Like, he just snuck off. No idea what that's about, but it seemed like he was working with Dixon before that. So I don't know. But, how are we going to stop Zanzo? The answer has to be Shulk, right? Like, assuming we get Shulk back up, Shulk is the heir to the Monado, so maybe he can also access that god power somehow. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. We just gotta figure out how to get Shulk back. Looks like it's all over. Yep, I know, even though I wasn't there. You know, actually, another thing to think about 1,000 years ago, the people of the Bionis somehow captured Zanza and locked him on Prison Island. How the hell did they do that? Like, how did they do, like, did Maneth help? Like, like, how did they get the god locked up? Or did he just allow himself to be locked up because he saw a vision? Is that, I don't know. I want to thank you for what you did for my son. But we have to escape here first. Should we go back to the village? Yeah, let's get out. I think we're good.
Stubborn mortals, so desperate to cling to your pathetic lives, even when there is no hope for you!
Man. Oh! Egil's still protecting us, that's right. Egil's gonna keep fighting him. I mean, is Egil essentially the only real living person left on the Mechonis? Because, like, the other Machina fled down to the Fallen Arm, so they're not actually on the Mechonis anymore. There are Mechon, but we didn't see any other Machina outside of his sister who came back out with us. Is he the only living thing on the Mechonis at this point?
Don't you ever give up!
Never. But hear this, Zanza. They will judge me not in life, but death.
Just like shove his hand into his stomach. Dude, these Titans are moving around so much. Like, if you're living on the Bionis right now, how bad is your life? Like, he took a big old step forward on that leg that all the Homs live on, didn't he? Like, is just everyone dead on the Bionis at this point? Or, like, is the freaky gravity of the Bionis somehow not making this as bad as it seems like it would be? Oh, that's... Like he's stepping around and crap. Oof. Oof. Hey, Bad Latency, welcome to the stream. I saw you, you followed me between streams. Did you come from YouTube? I think I saw you on YouTube.
For both our worlds, you must succeed. Lady Maynard.
Egil came through in the end. I understand Egil. I mean, he's been fighting Zanza the whole time, really.
The Mechonis! Egil!
Look starboard! What's that cloud?
What is that? Telethia?
It's Telethia!
The hell? That's a shit ton of Telethia.
You're not getting
Dixon.
away!
Dixon!
Crap.
Listen, it's over. Time for you all to return to the Bionis. Nice and quietly.
That's enough! Why, Dixon? What made you like this? Shulk looked up to you, respected you!
Dixon! Don't let Zanza control you! Wake up!
Guys, he's been on Zanza's side forever.
Aching. I'm in total control. I've always been like this. Ever since long before any of you lot were born.
Before we were born?
Now you get it. It's just like Egil said. I'm Lord Zanza's disciple. Dixon of the Trinity!
The Trinity. The Trinity? Okay, let's check these guys out. We haven't been using them for a little while. I mean, we've been using Ricky. Ricky's good to go, I think. Yeah. Why is she using this weapon? What is that? What are you doing? Why aren't you using these anymore? Like, what's going on here? Why did your weapon change? Where'd your gems go? What do you... Is it because the god switched weapons and it like messed with my inventory? Like what's going on here? Yeah, that's like the only ones that have 3 slots. We're gonna go with that. And let's see if we can get these back in. We want double attack. More double attack. Get that all maxed out. And what are we using on here? Attack stability? Attack plus? No. We already have haste. And it might be nice to have like a physical defense down or something. But I feel like we had one of the pluses on her. But let's do the defense down. Let's try that. You... don't think we ever got anything better for you than this for now. Strength 5, sure we got some spike defense on you. Don't think we have to worry about that in this fight, but it's fine. Agility 3, what are you doing wearing that? We got better stuff now. Well, I had some did I not make agility 5s? I made all those other gems. Really? I can't make gems right now. So, you have to go with what we got, man. It's gonna have to do. You know, it'll be fine. Let's check out... how's your equipment? I just haven't used him in a while. I mean, that seems good. Actually, what we have the bottoms for that too. It's bleed defense. Buff time plus. That's probably actually good. Spike defense. These are fine. We don't have a better weapon for them. Okay. That's fine. We'll go with that. It's just one fight, really. Alright. Skill trees. There's not much to do here. She's got a bunch of coins left over. Ooh, wait. Haste when an enemy is defeated. HP up, HP up. HP. Aggro bonus. I already got that. Aggro. Spike damage down. Reduce weight. It's not bad. Cooldown reduce. Experience. Movement speed. That's fine. And Ricky has just like so many things available, but he just doesn't. He just doesn't have very much affinity with anybody. That's fine. We'll have to work on that some more at some point soon. For now, we're fighting Telethi. I thought we were gonna fight Dixon. Behind it.
We move at the same pace. We choose to fight. Awesome dance.
You can do it.
Tail slash.
Monster.
You can do this in very much.
Friends winning. Thank you, Ricky time.
You may be right, Ricky.
Oh, she got toppled.
Top Ricky getting
Pretty dumb before I get over there.
Stay on floor.
Get it out.
Your style.
Smell great. Hold still.
Ricky! Everyone fails occasionally.
Ricky smiling happy. Monster!
Don't embarrass me.
I will
Like
draw
bound
straight
and
from your
locked. Like
words.
it's annoying as hell.
You waste of space. Not so tough without Shulk, eh? Stupid beast.
It
You
is.
should be grateful. Not everyone has a war buddy like me to lead them along. Tasted good, didn't they? The victory drinks we used to share.
I'll kill you!
What?
I swear that the Telethi are like the
Show
Bionis version of
yourself.
Mechon.
Melia, are you alright?
High into shot.
Callian! Dixon! He works for the Bionis! He shot Shulk in the back! Is this true? Dixon? This ends here. Your Telethia are no match for our Havres squadron. You cannot win!
Maybe you should be concentrating on your own people instead of barking at me.
Dixon is not worried at all.
Looks like you've forgotten your destiny. Right? Lorithia?
Lorithia! Are you involved in this as well?
Your Highness, your naivety is quite charming, but it is also your undoing. I had much fun playing with you and your father.
What? What is this light?
Ether particles emitted so that the Bionis can be destroyed and reborn. What do you get if you cross high concentrations of ether with high entia?
No, you wouldn't! Lorithia!
Awaken, my darling pets!
The hell?
They are.
Telethia!
Brother!
Melia!
The high India are Telethia?
Lorithia! Let him go!
Or the Telethia are mutated high India?
Misunderstand, child. This is the reason why high entia are born. Do not blame poor old me.
Explain yourself!
It's just like she says. The High Entia are a race created by Lord Zanza to eliminate any annoying life forms in the preparation for the rebirth of the Bionis. Their bodies contain a gene that, when the time comes, transforms them into Telethia.
It can't be. Say it isn't so.
Melia, it is true. That is why you are our only hope.
Brother?
Whatever. We won't be needing a half-breed like you anyway. I mean, if you don't turn into a Telethia, it just means you're gonna get crushed by one. That's the only thing you're good for.
So do they turn all the high India into Telethia?
Do my bidding! kill your lovely sister.
Jesus, that's dark.
Brother! Just hold on! I'll find a way to save you!
Melia! So sorry. I always placed such a heavy burden on you.
Don't say such things, brother!
But at least I can still shoulder the destiny of our people. The burden meant for you.
Brings a tear to my eye.
These moments are to be treasured. How?
Melia! Father's wish and the future of the High Entia are in your hands. Yours and Shulk's.
Telethia! Destroy him! Dixon!
I got it.
Too late!
Damn him!
Jesus. So the Telethia really are the Mechon of the Bionis. Like, literally, right? Except they're made by mutating High Entia by giving them large amounts of ether. That's like your whole race is just designed to be turned into biological soldiers. Oh, that's oof. So are there any High Entia left other than Melia? And Melia's only like part High Entia. But I mean, I guess they've done this before, right? Like, I'm sure you could just make more of them. Oof. How many times has the Bionis been destroyed and remade? Oh, we're back out in space. Oh, it's Shulk.
Where am I?
Shot through the heart.
Oh. So I'm... What was I doing? What was the purpose of my life?
We never really learned what happened to the rest of the Giants yet either. Love that it keeps your ear on in the cutscenes.
No. I've got it wrong. I was never alive. It was Zanza. All along. Everything I did was...
That's not true. Because if that were true, then you wouldn't be here.
Pointless.
And who is this person that keeps talking to him?
That voice.
It sounds like
Nobody
Alvis.
else can
doesn't
decide that.
it? It is Alvis.
Only you.
Alvis is a god too? Maybe? Like, are there three gods? Like, Dixon said he was Dixon of the Trinity, right? Like, there's Zanza and Maineth, but like,
Shulk.
maybe Alvis is a third one?
Here. Mikol made you a wonderful new weapon.
Oh,
Since
sweet.
you lost your Monado, I mean.
No
It
more
uses
Monado.
the latest Machina technology. Use it when you wake up.
Does Shulk
Then,
get to go back to switching weapons again?
Let's all go on living.
I was wondering how they were going to wake Shulk up, but with Alvis talking to him, maybe he'll wake himself up.
We've relocated the High Entia and the Nopon refugees to Colony 6. Thankfully, the Mekon did us a favor by fortifying it for us. It should hold out for a while.
It's ironic. We want to escape Zanza, but we can't leave his body, the Bionis.
Alvis is still here.
Well, this is our home.
Princess, I have to know. Should we be worried about the evacuated High Entia?
I cannot be sure, but I believe not. All
some of the
those
High
who
Entia got
survived
out.
are part Homs like me.
Understood.
All of the full-blooded High Entia turned into Telethia? Holy crap. Is that why the High Entia have this system to make sure they keep blending Hom blood into their genome? Like, are they trying to make it to where the High Entia don't turn into Telethia anymore? Or is that the whole point of that? If so, that's super smart. But, huh.
If they ever do transform, I will be among them. If that time comes, you know what to do.
Are you sure?
Everyone is obliged to accept their fate.
No way. There's no way Callian would leave the fate of the High Entia to you if that was going to happen.
Precisely. And Milia, if we are to survive, we must fight Zanza and the Telethia. It may not be the case with all of them, but a large number of Telethia were once High Entia. Your subjects and your brethren.
I am prepared for that.
Maybe there's a way
Even
to
if it
turn them
means
back.
harming my brethren, it is for the protection of the survivors. That is the final wish of my father and brother. I will fight to free the souls stolen by Zanza.
You're a fighter, Melia. We will need all your strength in the fight ahead.
I swear, the walking animations and cutscenes where they're walking like slightly slow are just weird looking.
He's going to make it. His wound has closed. I think Maineth used the last of her power to protect him.
So he's okay.
Linada is tending to him now. Fiora?
He won't wake up. It's like his consciousness has sunk to the bottom of a cold, dark lake. I
You're
keep
talking to
saying
Alvis.
his name, but he doesn't respond.
Sansa's gonna pay for this.
What if the Telethia attack?
Then we'll have to fight without Shulk. That's why we've strengthened our defenses.
That weapon I made should come in handy as well.
We're backed into a corner, but we'll give it all we've got.
Can your resistance truly achieve anything?
What do you mean by that, Alvis?
Exactly what I said. We were all born of the Bionis, of Zanza. It is Zanza's will that the Telethia return us to the body from whence we came. Whether we die of old age or in battle, we all eventually return to the Bionis. We cannot escape this fate. Am I wrong?
You've got it backwards, man. Just because he thinks it doesn't make it so. We decide whether to keep living or not.
I agree. Even though
Does
he's
Ryan
our
think he
creator,
can
that
not
doesn't
die?
afford him the right to take our lives on a whim.
But that is the thinking of a Homs. He is a god. Such morals cannot apply to gods.
So you think we should just shut up and die?
If that is the fate decided by a god.
You are mistaken if you think we will simply accept such a fate and wait to die.
We'll never stop fighting, not till the end.
To Zanza, the outcome is the same. Thus, your logic is flawed.
It ain't the outcome that's important. It's the will to fight back.
Even if you die in vain.
Alvis, whose side are you on? You scared or something? Frightened of a few Telethia?
Stop this. There's no point fighting amongst ourselves.
I mean, Alvis is right. Like, even if we beat them, we're gonna die eventually, so... I don't think that there's been anything to say that Zanza's in a hurry to get our energy back into him. Ryan's like, we only die if we want to. And it's like, I mean, I don't know about that.
Fiora.
Sorry. I need to go and get some air.